let's watch Scott Bessent pretend like import taxes are not a tax. That's what tariffs are. They are import taxes. And
you almost don't need to say anything more than that. And they're meant to be towards, I think, in the ideal, spurring production at home, but we don't actually do that because nobody's going to plan based on tariffs that are done based on spurious reasons like they're flooding us with fentanyl.
Well, yes, and there is absolutely no logic behind the way these tariffs are imposed. We're not going to have a coffee industry. And here's the other thing. You do not tariff inputs like stuff that we need to farm. Like you're a knife sharpening, you're a knife company and I want to make my knives in the US, but there's not many places that make knife making machines. It's in Germany. Now that machinery costs me 5 times more than it was, or whatever it is.
Do you think that repealing climate regulations will make us a coffee industry?
There's
Don't you
strategy
think?
there.
The long
There's
game.
strategy there. That's fair.
Great
That's
Lakes
fair.
coffee.
That's our 30-year plan. Here's Scott Bessent, just like saying something that is just fundamentally untrue.
Big company index, the S&P, is at a new high.
Hasbro says they're going to have to increase their prices. Goldman Sachs says 86% of the tariff revenue collected so far has been paid by American businesses and consumers. So just bottom line, Mr. Secretary, do you acknowledge that these tariffs are a tax on American consumers?
No, I don't.
Even though you have companies saying they are going to have to increase prices, and given the fact that 86% of these tariffs so far have been paid by Americans.
You're quoting Goldman Sachs. So
yes, Goldman Sachs, correct.
I made
Which I said, yeah.
I made a good career trading against Goldman Sachs.
Okay, all right. I do want to talk to you
Holding
about
him to the
battle
fire.
plan.
Whoa, okay. Well, you had a nice quip. Will you Google the word tariff? Just put in like tariffs definition, tariffs meaning. See if it's a tax. And the idea that like, oh, it's just, there is a 20%, there is a 20% profit margin that these companies can afford to just do without. Like it's a 100% markup. Oh, okay. Tariff. A tax or duty to be paid on a particular class of imports or exports. The idea that this isn't going to get passed on to us as it goes into effect, and we're already seeing it. We're already seeing grocery inflation. Because again, it's not just the first order product. When you have things that make other things being tariffed, it just becomes the cost of doing business becomes higher, and nobody's going to be cutting into their profits for any extended period of time. If anything, they're going to increase their profit margin because soon we're all going to expect this inflation to just be everywhere. He's laughing. He's also another one who's like, really, all I got to do is just midway through 2026 and then I'm out of here.
I mean, what do they care when you have that much money? What do you care if like a PlayStation is $50 more than it was 2 years ago, and that never happens? Any luxury goods, they can just pay it. Like, yeah, I'll pay $20 more.
When you have
for
this
shoes.
level of wealth inequality, that type of dynamic is actually a benefit to them.
Yep.
Because the stuff that they can afford becomes more rarefied. The amount that you need to enter into a business becomes higher. It's a higher bar to entry. So you're rich, you want a higher bar to entry. I mean, higher bar to entry, if I've got a $500 million and to enter into a business that used to cost $1 million, but now it costs 10, it's good for me. A little less competition. Hell, drive it up to 50 million. I'm willing to spare 50 of my 500 million that I have. I get into the business now, I have like half the competitors, less. This wealth inequality, and it's the same thing with also purchasing stuff.
It's also a lot of rural schools stay segregated. You have like a Catholic church, it's like $1 higher than, like a black neighborhood can afford.
Yep.
Then you get an all white Catholic school.
Yep.
Barrier to entry.
Well, that's what the vouchers are. Mm-hmm. The vouchers don't go to help people living in poverty go to these schools. The voucher becomes a subsidy for people who already have the money to pay. So instead of like, okay, I'm paying $7,000
instead of 21.
10,000 or 20, yeah, whatever it is. But I got that 7,000. Now I'm just getting richer.
I mean, I was going to pay 21,000, but thanks for the government giving me that little voucher. But yeah, if you're a poor family, you're not going to pay 7,000. You just like you weren't going to pay 21,000.
Colt Dog, our country is so hot right now.
Everybody's talking about it.
It's funny. You can go back and read the Financial Times, the London Financial Times from like December of last year when Biden was still in the White House. And all of the articles are like how America's economy is the only one that is actively growing right now. And now it's the opposite.
Well, that's okay. 300 million of our fellow citizens died of drugs last year. That's what I'm focused on.
We lost 6 billion people to Fauci.
You people here represent 90% of the country now.
We're the last ones left.
Hello? Is anybody there?
So fun. So nice of us just to do this show for the one person. It's really just for ourselves.
Just surrounded by billions of deaths.
I can't wait to listen to this after no one else is alive to even do any more shows. Hey, folks, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and check out our daily show. We do it every day at 12 p.m. Eastern for about 2.5 hours. We even take phone calls. You should check that out.